and welcome to the Bluffs Sports Zone. I'm Craig Carlsen. Tonight, find out if the Iowa Western baseball team is headed back to the Junior College World Series and a look at the first round of postseason soccer for local prep teams. But first, the close of the regular season for many soccer teams this past week. Class 1A number 7 St. Albert looking to bounce back from a surprising 6-1 loss to Bondurant-Farrar, hosting Underwood on May 17th. The Saints honoring seniors Nicole Jerdon and Carissa Harrington during the last home match of the regular season. It's a sophomore that gets things going early, though. St. Albert's Jen Rue scores in the 24th minute, put the home team up 1-0. And another sophomore finds the back of the net in the 37th minute. Felicia Ropey gives the Saints a 2-0 lead at the break. It takes just 10 minutes into the second half for that lead to double, as a pair of goals from Harrington puts St. Albert in cruise control, up 4-0. And despite wind whipping around across the field at high speeds, the Saints offense continues to pour it on. Allie Cox on the board in the 53rd minute to extend the lead. Again, St. Albert fresh off a 6-1 loss, but the defense and keeper Katie Cook redeeming themselves with some phenomenal play to grab the shutout in this one. Allie Cox, the third leading scorer in 1A, and in the 63rd minute, the junior scores her 33rd goal of the season. Saints rolling up 6-0. And just for good measure, Felicia Ropey, the third Saint to record 2 goals in this one. St. Albert following up their most lopsided loss of the year with an impressive 7-0 shutout at home.
I think we just, after that, we all just kind of had to regroup and, refocus and stuff, and I think that helped, come together as a team.
It is really good, especially when we had some of our track girls out because they have state tomorrow, and we have one girl who tore ACL, our best defender. So we're gonna kick it in there and hopefully make it to state.
To have us come back and put people in there that we can trust and stuff like that it's a really cool feeling as a goalie that I only had to make a couple saves and I still have that, and even though we shifted and stuff like that, it's really cool.
With 7 goals against Underwood, St. Albert has netted 5 or more in 7 games this season. The potent attack surprisingly efficient despite windy conditions.
The thing I'm looking at here was the people that scored, I think that's the first 2 goals this year for Carissa, and hopefully they keep coming in bunches, and we keep telling her that once she scores, they're going to come in bunches, so hopefully that works out.
The first half, I was a little hesitant on that. We couldn't get our passes string together, but second half we got our passes together and we found the corner of the net, so it worked out good.
I mean, we've been practicing shooting a lot and, trying to get everyone to be able to shoot, so I think that's helping a lot. So.
Wind a factor across town as well. The AL boys taking on rival Thomas Jefferson. TJ goes on the attack first. In the 8th minute of the game, Carlos Silva misses a chance to put up the game's first goal. Just 5 minutes later, AL now in jacket territory, but keeper Anthony Avalos in great position to catch the ball and keep the game scoreless. In the 22nd, TJ's Connor Ritchie is in a tight race to the ball with AL keeper Logan Moore. Moore makes the risky slide into the ball, and Ritchie just a split second away from putting TJ on the board. Both defense playing strong. In the 26th minute, game still without a goal. TJ has an open shot, but the Lynx Tyler Cumberland gets his foot in there, blocking the shot. With just under 8 minutes remaining in the first half, Thomas Jefferson's offense threatens to score, but Moore dives at the ball for the save. In the 38th minute, though, a combination of great passing and fancy footwork by the Yellow Jackets offense puts him in the board first. Juan Sabello's shot breaks the scoreless game and gives the freshman his 3rd goal of the season, something he looks very excited about. TJ takes a 1-0 lead into halftime. At the start of the second, the great goalie play picks up again. Moore continues to show off his diving skills. He makes another great stop, keeping the deficit at 1. The sophomore goalkeeper then boots the ball way downfield, takes a couple bounces, then does the same over TJ's keeper. And AL's Jordan Newman barely has to tip the ball in the net to tie it all up at 1. Avalo sits in disappointment after his mistake cost the team the lead. The game headed into overtime tied at 1, and 6 minutes into the extra period, Ritchie's corner kick falls into a mix of orange and white jerseys. Thomas Jefferson's Wyatt Feld is the last to touch the ball. His score ends the game, giving him his 1st goal of the season, TJ their 5th win of the year.
It was kind of a downer when their goalie played the ball out and bounced over our keeper's head to tie up the game, but you know, that kind of stuff happens sometimes, and I'm just glad we were able to come back and finish it up.
Corner kick, and you know, Coach always tells me to go flying in there with my head and hit it the first time, got the ricochet and went in. So I don't know, my teammates always have faith in me to place that corner kick and go up and get it. So I'm glad I finally could for him.
He just had a really good headshot. Everyone was doing really good defense, and when that ball came in, he dove for it, and Logan put it out. It just caught a off bounce off his hands, and he capitalized on that off bounce.
May 18th, 1A number 7 St. Albert guys taking on 2A number 14 Glenwood on senior night. The Falcons, known for their defense, they've had 9 shutouts on the year, but the O steals the spotlight in the first half. Less than 7 minutes into the ball game, Trey Teetsort puts St. Albert up 1-0. 20 minutes later, the junior added again off the corner kick, but the goal waved off for obstruction of the keeper. That's okay. Francisco Barajas grabs his 13th goal of the season in the 34th minute, and the Falcons carry a 2-0 lead into the break. Only one time on the season has St. Albert given up more than 1 goal in a game, so the 2-goal lead feels comfortable until the 53rd minute when Colton McNeil puts the Rams on the board. Falcons still up 2-1 with 11 minutes to go, and again with their defense, this one's in the bag. Not so fast. This one's in the net. Off the PK from Kyle Nolan, and the game is tied at 2. And the game not tied long. The final 10 minutes of this one get crazy. In the 71st minute, St. Albert's Nate Dunning recaptures the lead for the Falcons. 1 minute later, Glenwood on the board again. This time it's Riley Townsend who grabs the unbelievable goal to tie the match at 3. But seconds later, kids stepping up when stepping up is needed. 4 goals in a 3-minute span, capped by Trey Teetsort's game winner in the 72nd minute. And despite giving up a season-high 3, Falcons win 4-3.
I think we were just the more aggressive team. I was very proud of these guys. They were flying around, winning the 50-50s, and that's a quality team. That's one of the best teams we played this year.
The Falcons begin postseason play Wednesday, May 23rd, and they enter Substate play hot, having won 9 of their last 10, including their final 7 games of the regular season.
Yeah, we're confident. This is where we want to peak at, right? The end of our regular season, going into state. So yeah, just play this way the rest of the year.
Yeah, this kind of win is great momentum. It just steps them up. Kind of gives them a little confidence in their ability to play that kind of game. And it's a big field, 2 good quality soccer teams. It wasn't just boom ball. It was possession and slotting the ball, and so that's something we needed. So.
Don't change it. After the break, find out if the number 1 ranked Reivers are tripping back to the Junior College World Series for the 7th time in 8 years. And we'll also bring you the story of an 85-year-old man that caught Reiver fever back in 1973 and still can't get enough Iowa Western baseball.
Whether you're a weekend warrior or on an organized sports team, however you play, you risk injury. At Flex Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, we specialize in the prevention, recognition, treatment, and rehab of orthopedic and sports injuries. We have 30 combined years of experience, making us Southwest Iowa's leading physical therapy clinic. At our state-of-the-art facility and using the latest technology, we'll help you get back on the field fast. So if you experience a sports injury, you need to see us first. Flex Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your Southwest Iowa's sports medicine professionals.
If green and gold never gets old, then St. Albert Sports Fan is the place for you. Updated daily, it's loaded with articles, archives, and so much more. And if you can't make the game, you can still watch it live from the comfort of your own computer. St. Albert Sports Fan, the homepage for the home team.
What does the world need? What will you become? Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Hi, how are you doing today?
What looks good?
Our special today is shrimp scampi. It's been sitting around for about a week.
Excuse me, what time are you guys leaving? We're gonna rob your house tonight.
Don't you wish there were warnings to protect you from life's risks? With diabetes, there is one. It's called A1C, a simple blood test that helps measure your risk of a heart attack and other complications. Learn more at diabetesa1c.org.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by the St. Albert Alumni Association.
With a record of 54-4, the Iowa Western baseball team had already tied the school record for most wins in one season. The #1 ranked Reivers, though, in need of 3 more W's to make the Junior College World Series for a ridiculous 6th straight year. No question Iowa Western fields one of the nation's elite baseball programs, but the rise to prominence hasn't happened overnight, and one man has seen the transformation from the very beginning. Among the players cheering in the Iowa Western dugout sits one man with far more experience than the rest.
It helps keep me young, I guess.
85-year-old Bob Ross, better known as Doc, has been associated with the Iowa Western baseball program since its start in 1973.
Coach Bob Warren needed somebody to drive a station wagon to Des Moines. He pestered me until I said okay, and it was after classes. It wasn't until about 3 o'clock, so I was ready to go. That was it.
A history instructor at the college helping a friend. That's how it began. And since, he's been to every practice and every game, home and away, with a handful of exceptions. Still, the man with a face that resembles a well-broken-in glove modestly downplays his commitment after 39 years.
I just come here so show him a little support. There's not very many people coming to watch him practice or something like that, so I just come out when I can.
And when the time comes that Doc Ross can no longer attend baseball games, his name will still be announced every contest. In 1999, Iowa Western's baseball field was named after him. He jokes that's the only change he's seen since '73.
The baseballs aren't any bigger, the bats aren't any bigger, there's not much difference.
Truth is, the only thing that hasn't changed is the team's success. The 2010 national champs are vying for the program's 14th Junior College World Series appearance, the 7th in the last 8 seasons.
Every time we go to Colorado, that's a big deal. We went in '75, we've been there about 13 times, and 14 actually this year.
Although the prediction is slightly premature, there's reason to feel confident as the Reivers entered the district tournament as the top-ranked team in the nation. If the Reivers fall short, Ross will still be there for support, but he wouldn't mind adding some additional hardware to his hands before the 9th inning of his life comes to a close.
We'll get another ring, so when they bury me, they always do like that, then I'll have 2 rings to match, you know. And
that's your dying wish?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, they're headed back. The Iowa Western baseball team will be making their 6th straight trip to the Junior College World Series, their 7th in the last 8 years. With 2 wins on May 19th, the Reivers advanced to Day 2 of the district tournament in Illinois after Iowa Western lost their first game to John A. Logan 12-8, forcing the all-out district championship game. The Reivers answered with a complete game shutout from pitcher Andy Roberts, winning 9-0. Iowa Western will carry a 57-5 record and the nation's top ranking into the national tournament. They'll open up May 25th at 10 a.m. against perennial power San Jacinto North out of Texas. Tons of ways to stay up to date if you can't trip out to Grand Junction, Colorado to support the Reivers. Return your website at JUCOGJ.org or catch the audio or visual streaming. And of course, CBTV 17 will once again bring you the highlights. We'll take a timeout. When we return, results from the state track meet in Des Moines and highlights from the first round of Substate soccer. We'll be right back.
No team covers Southwest Iowa sports like the team at Jenny Edmondson Sports Medicine. For nearly 25 years, Jenny Ed Sports Med's certified athletic trainers have cared for thousands of area athletes and their schools. And our partnering physicians at Nebraska Orthopedics help ensure you're taken care of from diagnosis through rehab. If you need to be seen now, come by our Saturday morning walk-in clinic. It's open all fall from 8 to 9:30 a.m. Jenny Edmondson Sports Medicine.
Lynx fans can now log on to alsportsfan.com for archived and live broadcasts, team info, pictures, and more. alsportsfan.com, part of the cbsportsfan.com family.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
What does the world need? What will you become? Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill Meyer Woodring family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
The state track meet held Thursday, May 17th through Saturday, May 19th in Des Moines. A few notable finishes to pass along. In Class 1A, the St. Albert guys finished 7th in the team standings, held by a first-place finish from their 3,200-meter relay team. Josh Sindler, a part of that team, and he grabs 2 more medals to help the Falcons to a top 10 finish. 2 other place winners from Class 4A, Abe Lincoln's Cleo Harris places 6th in the 200, just 1/100th of a second away from a top 5 finish, and TJ's Dusty Olson places 8th in the discus. In some Reiver action, the Iowa Western track and golf teams all taking their talents to their respective national tournaments this past week. The Reiver men and women's golf teams both place 11th in the country, and although the Iowa Western men struggled on the track to a 23rd place finish, the Reiver women finish higher than any other in the program's history, finishing 10th in the nation. Although the St. Albert and Lewis Central guys both received a bye in the first round of Substate soccer, postseason play beginning May 21st for TJ traveling to Urbandale and Abe Lincoln hosting Sioux City West. The Lynx opened their regular season schedule taking on Sioux City West back on March 29th. Fittingly, the two opening their postseason schedule squaring off against one another in this one. The Wolverines out in front in a hurry. Gilbert Garcia's goal, one of 2 scored in the first 8 minutes. West up 2-zip early. Despite the early deficit, the defense still alive. Keeper Logan Moore with the diving stop off the PK. Then in the 13th minute, Moore can't make the stop of Pedro Valdez. What pull? He keeps the Wolverines off the board. Not for long, though. In the 21st minute, Garcia grabs his 2nd goal of the day, and Sioux City West takes a commanding 3-goal lead. And the Wolverines not finished. They score 4 first-half goals, including this ridiculous shot, and that's all they need as they win 4-0 to advance to play 3A number 8 Sioux City North in the Substate semifinals.
Our forwards weren't coming for the ball really, because when we were playing in the midfield, we couldn't give them the ball. We could only boot it to them, but that wasn't working obviously because their defenders were pretty good. So our major problem was basically the offensive players weren't coming to get the ball.
With the loss, the Lynx end the season with a 4-12 record and say goodbye to 9 seniors.
Well, being captain of this team is pretty rough because every time we go out there and we leave our hearts out there, but it just seems that we can never actually make it. I mean, today didn't reflect, but we've lost a lot of games in overtime where it just doesn't go for us. And today was another one of those days where it didn't go for us. But I'm proud to be a Lynx no matter what time the score is, as long as everybody leaves it out there, and I think that's what they did tonight.
The season, it was really good. These seniors have been around for about 4 years now. And
Crosstown rival Thomas Jefferson also experiencing an early exit from postseason play on May 21st. The Yellow Jackets fall 5-1 to Urbandale to end their season with a 5-13 record. Urbandale now advances to the Substate semifinals at Johnston on Wednesday, May 23rd. That's it for this week's broadcast. Next week, we hope to have an update from Grand Junction, Colorado in the Junior College World Series, and we'll keep you posted on all the postseason soccer action kicking off as well. Remember to keep it here for more news and events in your community by tuning in to Bluffs News 17 with Rebecca Ray. Until next time, we're out.